This video is going to blow your mind. For XRP Ripple, the price could go through the roof and hit $49,726.00. Cool, yes. But it's simple. The XRP Ripple coin is being bought by a very rich company called BlackRock. Yeah, you heard that right. Just because of them, the price of XRP will go through the roof. Watch the whole video. We'll take things one step at a time. Not debating the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, is said to have met with the SEC's crypto task group to talk about possible rules for accepting crypto-based ETFs. XRP is at the center of this quiet but strong move. The news, which was first spread by crypto star A_X, has caused a lot of trouble. XRP users are excited and guessing a lot. Folks think the meeting is a strong hint that BlackRock is considering putting out an XRP ETF. This could change the way XRP is used in both crypto and regular money. You need to know what an ETF is and why this change is so important before you can understand how big it is. People and companies can bet on the price of something like XRP through an ETF, even though they don't actually own it. Many people, especially large businesses, know that ETFs are a safe and easy way to trade in cryptocurrencies without having to deal with wallets, exchanges, or storage solutions. If BlackRock Co. can successfully launch an XRP ETF, it will let a huge amount of investors who have been putting off until now because of regulatory uncertainty or technical problems will now put their money in. This move's time is very important. It was a big legal win for XRP when a US judge said that it is not an asset when sold on platforms. In the often confusing world of crypto, this is one of the few times that the rules are clear. As Stuart Alderati, Ripple's chief lawyer, put it, XRP is not a security. This is the law. After a long legal battle, this statement is a big step forward for Ripple. It also gives big companies like BlackRock the confidence to look into financial goods built on XRP, even though they are wary of market manipulation. Not stable. For a long time, the SEC has been wary of crypto ETFs, but XRP's better legal standing could be the big step forward that changes everything. A BlackRock-backed XRP ETF would be more than just another way to trade. It would change the way the market sees it in a big way. It's up to BlackRock to handle properties worth more than $10 trillion, 0 cents. Being a part of it would give XRP a level of trustworthiness and respect that has never been seen before. This could make other asset managers do the same, someone told XRP. If BlackRock backs XRP, you can bet that other big companies will too. With this much help, XRP could go from being a controversial digital currency to a normal way to put your money to work. We've seen this before when ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum came out or were cleared, their prices went through the roof. This was because buyers of all sizes wanted to buy them. If the past is any guide, XRP could be the next big currency to go up. Be careful still. Even though the meeting between BlackRock and the SEC looks good, that doesn't mean the plan will be accepted. The SEC is still taking a very close look at crypto-based ETFs. However, the fact that BlackRock has taken this step suggests that an official plan may not be too far away. BlackRock is known for having good relationships with regulators and following the rules very closely. It might even be going on right now behind closed doors. People who use XRP are already very excited about Emily's story. It's not a pipe anymore. I think that one of the biggest banks in the world is working behind the scenes to make XRP work like normal money. It's beginning to look like it might happen. Also, if the SEC agrees, XRP joining forces with Wall Street's biggest company could be the start of a new era for the whole coin market, not just Ripple. It could be the point at which the asset goes from being an unknown to a well-known financial asset. But until then, everyone is watching BlackRock and the SEC. What they do next could make all the difference. Now for the real question. What would take place if BlackRock did it? How much further can XRP go if Wall Street's biggest company backs it? Crypto experts have started to look at the numbers, and what they find might surprise you. What's about to happen might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about XRP's future. The story starts with XRP Dragon telling the truth. XRP was once a new currency that everyone was now a millionaire hung on to. The XRP army feels strong, patient, and always cheerful, as this quote shows. It makes more and more sense to think that way in a market where waiting can mean the difference between making money and losing it. In XRP Avengers, one of the more still crazy statements is made. Some people say that XRP could reach $40.00 to $50.00 soon. It will only take a few $billion to get there since there isn't much cash around. That's very important. A huge amount for XRP to move quickly, money doesn't need to come into it. It already has a lot of buyers and sellers, but not as much volume as main financial markets. A BlackRock ETF or even a small rise in institutional demand could start a sharp game that lasts for a long time, but $50.00 isn't the end of it. Analysts say that the price of $10,000.00 per XRP will happen anyway. So King XRP is not afraid. That may seem crazy at first, but it fits with an idea that some people who support XRP have had for a long time. XRP is meant to be a tool for making payments and a bridge between different currencies around the world. For instance, if XRP were to take the place of or add to, if there were already systems in place like SWIFT and trillions of dollars were moving through the XRP platform, then that price isn't completely impossible. XRP worth $49,726.00 has been agreed upon by Europe, which is even stranger. Even though that number isn't backed up by an official EU document, it shows that XRP could be worth a lot more. If you don't look at how much it's worth now, but how it could help change the world's financial system. That's why XRP is not like other things. It's not just a coin. There are a lot of people who are betting on a future where it will be easy, quick, and free to send money across countries. It's been said that the team behind First System, which runs a decentralized market based on the XRP system, recently shared a funny view. They said there would be signs when XRP hit $2,000. 0 cents in a post that shot up to fame very quickly. Along with that comment, they shared pictures of things that were way too expensive, like a CNN story that said XRP was worth $2,000, 0 cents, and a Mona Lisa that someone had hung on their wall. The next things were a Gundam robot and a John Deere tractor, which were meant to show sudden, ridiculous wealth. That post hit home for many in the XRP community, even though it was obviously a joke. It summed up a dream that many of them share. We need to know more than just lights and charts. People think about what their lives would be like if the coin they've been holding on to crashed the market and caused fear. Fear and doubt finally go away, but it costs a lot. Of course, not all of these predictions will come true, but that doesn't make the talk less important for a $10,000